美国公民入籍考试 N400 表第12单元单词朗读 Part 12 Additional information about you, person applying for naturalization. Answer item number 1 to 21. If you answer yes to any of these questions, include a typed or printed explanation on additional sheets of paper. 1. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or any other way? 声称 claim 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 2. Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? 登记 register 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 投票 vote 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 联邦 federal 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 地方 local 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 选举 election 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 3. Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? 投票 vote 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 联邦 federal 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 地方 local 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 选举 election 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 4. A. Do you now have or did you ever have a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? B. If you answered yes, are you willing to give up any inherited titles or orders of nobility that you have in a foreign country at your naturalization ceremony? 世袭的 hereditary 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 贵族 nobility 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 继承的 inherited 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 入籍 naturalization 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 仪式 ceremony ceremony ceremony. 5. Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined to a mental institution? 宣布 declare, declare, declare. 合法的，法律上 legally, legally, legally. 无行为能力 incompetent, incompetent, incompetent. 限制，关押 confine, confine, confine. 精神病院 mental institution, mental institution, mental institution. 6. Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? 拖欠 owe, owe, owe. 逾期的 overdue, overdue, overdue. 联邦 federal, federal, federal. 地方 local, local, local. 7. A. Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? B. If you answered yes, did you consider yourself to be a non-U.S. resident? 申报 file, file, file. 联邦 federal, federal, federal. 地方 local, local, local. 合法的 lawful, lawful, lawful. 永久的 permanent, permanent, permanent. 居民 resident, resident, resident. 认为 consider, consider, consider. 8. Have you called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? 居民 resident, resident, resident. 联邦 federal, federal, federal. 地方 local, local, local. 合法的 lawful, lawful, lawful. 永久的 permanent, permanent, permanent. 9. A. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in any other location in the world? B. If you answered yes, provide the information below. If you need extra space, attach the names of the other groups on additional sheets of paper and provide any evidence to support your answers. Name of the group. Purpose of the group. Days of membership. 参与 involve, involve, involve. 联系 associate, associate, associate. 组织 organization, organization, organization. 协会 association, association, association. 基金 fund, fund, fund. 基金会 foundation, foundation, foundation. 社团 society, society, society. 类似的 similar, similar, similar. 地点位置 location, location, location. 提供 provide, provide, provide. 信息 information, information, information. 额外的 extra, extra, extra. 附上 attach, attach, attach. 额外的 additional, additional, additional. 纸张 sheet, sheet, sheet. 证据 evidence, evidence, evidence. 支持 support, support, support. 目的 purpose 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 会员 membership 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 10. Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated either directly or indirectly with A. The Communist Party B. Any other totalitarian party C. A terrorist organization 联系 associate 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 直接的 directly 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 间接的 indirectly 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 共产主义的 communist 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 极权主义的 totalitarian 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 恐怖分子的 terrorist 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 组织 organization 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 11. Have you ever advocated either directly or indirectly the overthrow of any government by force or violence? 主张 advocate 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 直接的 directly 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 间接的 indirectly 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 推翻 overthrow 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 武力 force 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 暴力 violence 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 12. Have you ever persecuted, either directly or indirectly, any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or a political opinion? 迫害 persecute 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 直接的 directly 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 间接的 indirectly 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 宗教 religion 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 国籍 national origin national origin national origin 特定的 particular 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 社交 social 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 政治的 political 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 观点 opinion 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 13. Between March 23rd, 1933 and May 8th, 1945, did you work for or associate in any way, either directly or indirectly with A. The Nazi government of Germany, B. Any government in any area occupied by, allied with, or established with the help of the Nazi government of Germany. C. Any German, Nazi, or SS military union, paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, citizen unit, police unit, government agency or office, extermination camp, concentration camp, prisoner of war camp, prison, labor camp, or transit camp. 联系 associate 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 直接的 directly 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 间接的 indirectly 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 德国 Germany 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 占领 occupy 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 与同盟 ally 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 建立 establish 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 军队 military 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 准军事的 paramilitary 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 自卫 self-defense 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 义务警员 vigilante 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 公民 citizen 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 部门 agency 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 灭绝 extermination 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 集中 concentration 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 囚犯 prisoner 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 劳工 labor 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 运输 transit 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 14. Were you ever involved in any way with any of the following? A. Genocide. B. Torture. C. Killing or trying to kill someone. D. Battling, hurting, or trying to hurt a person on purpose. E. Forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations. F. Not letting someone practice his or her religion. 参与 involve 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 种族灭绝 genocide 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 酷刑 torture 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 目的 purpose 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 性行为的 sexual 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 接触 contact 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 关系relations relations relations 信仰 practice 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 15. Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in any of the following groups? A. Military unit. B. Paramilitary unit. A group of people who act like a military group but are not part of the official military. C. Police unit. D. Self-defense unit. E. Vigilante unit. A group of people who act like the police but are not part of the official police. F. Rebel group. G. Guerrilla group. A group of people who use weapons against or otherwise physically attack the military, police, government, or other people. H. Militia, an army of people, not part of the official military. I. Insurgent organization, a group that used weapons and fights against a government. 参与 participate, participate, participate. 军队 military, military, military. 准军事的 paramilitary, paramilitary, paramilitary. 自卫 self-defense, self-defense, self-defense. 义务警员 vigilante, vigilante, vigilante. 反叛 rebel, rebel, rebel. 游击队 guerrilla, guerrilla, guerrilla. 身体上的 physically, physically, physically. 民兵 militia, militia, militia. 叛乱的 insurgent, insurgent, insurgent. 16. Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in any of the following? A. Prison or jail. B. Prison camp. C. Detention facility, a place where people are forced to stay. D. Labor camp, a place where people are forced to work. E. Any other place where people were forced to stay. 看守所 jail, jail, jail. 拘留 detention, detention, detention. 设施 facility, facility, facility. 劳工 labor, labor, labor. 17. Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person, or threatened to do so? A. If you answered yes when you were part of this group, or when you helped this group, did you ever use a weapon against another person? B. If you answered yes when you were part of this group, or when you helped this group, did you ever tell another person that you would use a weapon against that person? 组织 organization, organization, organization. 威胁 threaten, threaten, threaten. 18. Did you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to any person, or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? A. If you answer yes, did you know that this person was going to use the weapons against another person? B. If you answer yes, did you know that this person was going to sell or give the weapons to someone who was going to use them against another person? 提供 provide, provide, provide. 19. Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, a group of people who act like a military group but are not part of the official military, or weapons training? 军队 military, military, military. 准军事的 paramilitary, paramilitary, paramilitary. 20. Did you ever recruit, ask, enlist, sign up, conscript, require, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed force or group? 招募 recruit, recruit, recruit. 征募 enlist, enlist, enlist. 征兵 conscript, conscript, conscript. 21. Did you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that helped or supported people in combat? 作战 combat, combat, combat. If any of item numbers 22 to 28 apply to you, you must answer yes, even if your records have been sealed, expunged, or otherwise cleared. You must disclose this information, even if someone, including a judge, law enforcement officer, or attorney, told you that it no longer constitutes a record, or told you that you do not have to disclose the information. 封存 seal, seal, seal. 删除 expunge, expunge, expunge. 披露 disclose, disclose, disclose. 法官 judge, judge, judge. 执行 enforcement, enforcement, enforcement. 律师 attorney 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 构成 constitute 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 22. Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempted to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? 犯罪 commit 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 协助 assist 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 企图 attempt 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 罪行 crime 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 违法行为 offense 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 逮捕 arrest 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 23. Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer, including any immigration official or any official of the U.S. Armed Forces, for any reason? 逮捕 arrest 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 传讯 cite 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 拘留 detain 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 执行 enforcement 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 移民 immigration 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 官员 official 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 24. Have you ever been charged with committing, attempting to commit, or assisting in committing a crime or offense? 指控 charge 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 犯罪 commit 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 企图 attempt 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 协助 assist 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 罪行 crime 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 违法行为 offense offense offense. 25. Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? 定罪 convict, convict, convict. 罪行 crime, crime, crime. 违法行为 offense, offense, offense. 26. Have you ever been placed in an alternative sentencing or a rehabilitative program? For example, diversion, deferred prosecution, withheld adjudication, deferred adjudication. 可替代的 alternative, alternative, alternative. 判决 sentence, sentence, sentence. 复原的 rehabilitative, rehabilitative, rehabilitative. 分流 diversion, diversion, diversion. 暂缓 defer, defer, defer. 起诉 prosecution, prosecution, prosecution. 保留 withheld, withheld, withheld. 判决 adjudication, adjudication, adjudication. 27. A. Have you ever received a suspended sentence, been placed on probation, or been paroled? B. If you answer yes, have you completed the probation or parole? 暂缓执行 suspend, suspend, suspend. 判决 sentence, sentence, sentence. 缓刑 probation, probation, probation. 假释 pro, pro, pro. 28. A. Have you ever been in jail or prison? B. If you answer yes, how long were you in jail or prison? 看守所 jail, jail, jail. 29. If you answer no to all questions in item number 23 to 28, then skip this item and go to item number 30. If you answer yes to any question in item number 23 to 28, then complete this table. If you need extra space, use additional sheets of paper and provide any evidence to support your answers. Why were you arrested, cited, detained, or charged? Date: arrested, cited, detained, or charged. Where were you arrested, cited, detained, or charged? City or town, state, country. Outcome or disposition of the arrest, citation, detention, or charge. No charges filed, charges dismissed, jail, probation, etc. 逮捕 arrest, arrest, arrest. 传讯 cite, cite, cite. 拘留 detain, detain, detain. 指控 charge, charge, charge. 结果 outcome, outcome, outcome. 处置 disposition, disposition, disposition. 传讯 citation, citation, citation. 拘留 detention, detention, detention. 缓刑 probation, probation, probation. Part 12. Additional information about you. Person applying for naturalization. Continued. Answer item numbers 30 to 46. If you answer yes to any of these questions, except item number 37 and 38, include a typed or printed explanation on additional sheets of paper and provide any evidence to support your answers. 30. Have you ever A. Been a habitual drunkard, B. Been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution, C. Sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics, D. Be married to more than one person at the same time, E. Married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit, F. Helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally, G. Gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling, H. Failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony. I made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States. 习惯性的 habitual, habitual, habitual. 酗酒者 drunkard, drunkard, drunkard. 娼妓 prostitute, prostitute, prostitute. 指使 procure, procure, procure. 卖淫 prostitution, prostitution, prostitution. 走私 smuggle, smuggle, smuggle. 物资 substance, substance, substance. 非法的 illegal, illegal, illegal. 药物 drug, drug, drug. 毒品 narcotic, narcotic, narcotic. 获得 obtain, obtain, obtain. 移民 immigration, immigration, immigration. 非法的 illegally, illegally, illegally. 赌博 gamble, gamble, gamble. 受抚养人 dependent, dependent, dependent. 赡养费 alimony, alimony, alimony. 虚假陈述 misrepresentation, misrepresentation, misrepresentation. 31. Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? 文件 documentation, documentation, documentation. 虚假的 false, false, false. 欺诈的 fraudulent, fraudulent, fraudulent. 误导性的 misleading, misleading, misleading. 32. Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States? 官员 official 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 获得 gain 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 许可 admission 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 移民 immigration 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 福利 benefit 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 33. Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? 移除 remove 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 排除 exclude 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 驱逐 deport 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 34. Have you ever been ordered removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? 移除 remove 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 排除 exclude 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 驱逐 deport 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 35. Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? 移除 removal 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 排除 exclusion 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 撤销 rescission 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 驱逐出境 deportation 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 诉讼程序 proceeding 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 36. A removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings, including administratively closed proceedings, currently pending against you. 移除 removal 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 排除 exclusion 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 撤 撤销 rescission 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 驱逐出境 deportation 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 诉讼程序 proceeding 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 行政的 administratively 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 当前 currently 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 等候判定 pending 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 37. Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? 38. A. Are you currently a member of the U.S. Armed Forces? B. If you answered yes, are you scheduled to deploy overseas, including to a vessel, within the next 3 months? Refer to the address change section in the instructions on how to notify USCIS if you learn of your deployment plans after you file your Form N400. C. If you answered yes, are you currently stationed overseas? 当前 currently 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 计划 schedule 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 调配 deploy 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 海外 overseas 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 船舰 vessel 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 参考refer refer refer 部分 section 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 说明 instruction 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 通知 notify 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 调配 deployment 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 驻扎Station, station, station. 39. Have you ever been court-martialed, administratively separated, or disciplined? Or have you received an other than honorable discharge while in the U.S. Armed Forces? 军事审判 court-martial court-martial, court-martial. 行政的 administratively, administratively, administratively. 离职 separate, separate, separate. 纪律处分 discipline, discipline, discipline. 光荣的 honorable, honorable, honorable. 退役 discharge, discharge, discharge. 40. Have you ever been discharged from training or service in the U.S. Armed Forces because you were an alien? 退役 discharge, discharge, discharge. 外国人 alien, alien, alien. 41. Have you ever left the United States to avoid being drafted in the U.S. Armed Forces? 避免 avoid, avoid, avoid. 征兵 draft, draft, draft. 42. Have you ever applied for any kind of exemption from military service in the U.S. Armed Forces? 豁免 exemption, exemption, exemption. 军队 military, military, military. 43. Have you ever deserted from the U.S. Armed Forces? 逃离 deserted, deserted, deserted. 44. A. Are you a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthdays? This does not include living in the United States as a lawful non-immigrant. B. If you answer yes, when did you register for the selective service? Provide information below. Date registered. Selective service number. C. If you answered yes, but you did not register with the selective service system and you are 1. Still under 26 years of age, you must register before you apply for naturalization and complete the selective service information above or 2. Now 26 to 31 years of age. 29 years of age if you are filling under INA Section 319A, but you did not register with the selective service. You must attach a statement explaining why you did not register, and provide a status information letter from the selective service. 非移民 non-immigrant, non-immigrant, non-immigrant. 部分 section, section, section. 状态 status, status, status. Answer item numbers 45 to 50. If you answer no to any of these questions, include a typed or printed explanation on additional sheets of paper and provide any evidence to support your answers. 45. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? 宪法 Constitution, Constitution, Constitution. 46. Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? 誓词 oath, oath, oath. 效忠 allegiance, allegiance, allegiance. 47. Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? 誓词 oath, oath, oath. 效忠 allegiance, allegiance, allegiance. 48. If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? 代表 behalf, behalf, behalf. 49. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? 执行 perform, perform, perform. 非战斗性的 non-combatant, non-combatant, non-combatant. 50. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? 平民 civilian, civilian, civilian. 指导 direction, direction, direction.